Today's feature garden was designed by Carrie Latimer and is a beautiful example of design that embraces rather than fights with its natural setting.
So the client bought this property because of its very unique position, and they have an absolute passion for nature and for hiking, and wanted the garden to really bring that experience that they love having out in nature right around their home. The home is a very unique piece of architecture designed by Simon McCullough, very contemporary pod house. So the garden isn't designed to sort of scream and shout for attention. It's actually designed to be a unifying element between the architecture and the greater landscape. So I chose a lot of vegetation that naturally grows in this area and on the sand unit locally. And one of the great benefits of that was that it's all naturally adapted to this very, very sandy soil. So we didn't have to export a lot of the sand and import a lot of topsoil, which comes with a massive ecological footprint. The client was very passionate about keeping this garden sustainable and as environmentally sensitive and eco-friendly as possible. So part of the whole approach that we've taken is to not think of it as a conventional garden, but rather an ecosystem, and to try and close some of the loops within that. So for example, we've got a water cycle that's quite carefully considered. The rainwater which lands on the building is harvested in a reservoir which actually sits underneath one of the pod houses, and that water is used to recharge the eco pool. So that whole eco pool rainwater system is self-sustaining and doesn't require any additional inputs from municipal water, which is obviously very important in our drought-tending climate. As we've tried quite hard to take our cue from the local environment in terms of plant selection and trying to attract the wildlife that is present in this area, we've tried also visually to reinforce the setting as much as possible. So as you enter the garden, the walkway is designed to be a sort of rustic, almost like a beach boardwalk, and the choice to use a light-colored gravel was firstly so we could avoid the beach sand which was blowing everywhere, but that we still evoke the feeling of the beach sand with the light coloring. So as we started shaping the garden, we unearthed a massive pile of sandstone boulders, which actually turned out to be a really lucky find, because we were able to use the sandstone to create interesting level changes in the garden and seating moments, and use it to create a nice stepping stone pathway through the eco pool, and also nice retaining elements alongside the eco pool that have become wonderful habitats for frogs and the rest of the wildlife which inhabits the eco pool. So the garden also has 2 micro homes on the property. So at one time there might be more than one group of people inhabiting the garden, and so we've designed this actually not big garden to have a variety of seating areas and moments where people can enjoy themselves but not necessarily be together in one group. So we've got a little lounging moment, we've got a fire pit moment, and then there's a dining area against the house on the main deck, which we've designed to look like a jetty. So we've put a stainless steel handrail going into the pool to evoke that feeling of sort of waterside jetty. So in coastal gardens, wind tolerance is always a massive factor, and here we've used a lot of our fine foliaged fynbos species like the buchu, which is very aromatic. So as you walk along the entrance path and you brush against the foliage, you get that wonderful aroma of the buchu. We've also very carefully placed the trees and shrubs so that we are not only sheltering certain areas from the wind, but also screening the pods from one another and from the main house, and also screening off the parking areas so that you're not aware of vehicles when you're sitting in the garden. While we've designed the garden to be a place to connect with nature, and I really feel like we have achieved that, it's actually become such a wonderful place of connection generally. Guests come and stay in this garden and really enjoy being in the garden, and I think there's something about the wild, relaxed nature of it that allows people to feel relaxed and at home and at ease in this garden. It's become a wonderful space for entertaining and just generally being together.